Welcome to the Warren Research Podcast. This is episode 1 of our Connect series, and I'm sitting here with Damon Pistulka from Exit Your Way. So, Damon, welcome to the first episode of our Connect series from Warren Research. Thank you so much for taking part in it. Um, Tell us a little bit more about Exit Your Way and who Damon is.
All right, Jacob. First of all, thanks for getting me on the series here, and happy to do that. You know, Exit Your Way is really a a culmination of a lot of things over the years in business, and the combination of Andrew Cross and myself working together for the past, we're going to be close to 5 years now, and we worked together many years before that as well. But Exit Your Way is a company that helps business owners in the last 3 to 5 years of their ownership get their business to the size they want, so it's the right value, and prepare it for sale, and then get the business sold. As simple as that. Typically, it's business owners just simply don't know how hard of a process it is to sell a business, and the low success rate overall. And what we do is we work with selected businesses, and we have a very high success rate when we do what we do.
Awesome, awesome. That's pretty good. So tell us a little bit more of what got you started in it. I mean, as far as you, as Damon.
Yeah. Well, myself, it really started when I was in my mid 30s working for investor owned or private equity owned businesses. I didn't really intend on doing that, but some of my early positions were doing that. So I got very familiar with how investment run companies or investment owned companies really were operated. And they're always talking about building value, getting shareholder return, and really being able to develop the teams that can do that independently of the ownership. And when I started to work in private business, I did that for a number of years. And then when I started to work in private businesses, I realized that the individual owner really wasn't taking advantage of what the investment owners knew. And I started applying that in some of the businesses I ran after that. And ultimately, I started working with Andrew Cross in 2015, and that's really when we started developing Exit Your Way as a better solution to help people exit their businesses and actually get it done and get the money for it. So,
Awesome, awesome. So, what would you find is the best part of your job?
well, there's two things really. It's um, first of all, seeing a business owner getting reinvigorated, right, not using the right words, but uh,
Yeah.
just getting excited about their business again, because what we show them is that there are ways for you to operate your business differently that actually allow you to make more money, but with not the grinding effort that you had to before. Because in order to sell a business, the owner can't be the value of the business. So what
Ah,
we really have to help them do is to develop either a team around them or the existing team augment what people are doing to do that. Well, that requires them to develop leadership skills and really be out there looking at how the business is going to grow, because our value increase proposition is really a combination of growing that business along with getting the right resources and the people on the bus and the right working together the right way to really get that business launching. And it's probably like the business owner had never really seen before we started working with them.
oh, wow. So, there's a lot of leadership development and a lot of coaching and consulting work that goes into helping prepare that business.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Because what what stops it, and this is the one thing too, is most business owners know what they need to do, or they what they should be doing, right? but they're getting slammed by 10,000 things every single day of, this, that, the other thing. So what we do is a combination of coaching and actual execution work. Because if the business owner knows they need to have a different sales process or they need to have a different approach to their operations, the thing, they know it, but they haven't been able to implement it because it's not crashing them right in the face at that point. But as you approach an exit, it could be a significant barrier to your exit. And those are the things that we concentrate on. We first go in and do the evaluation. We look at the business. We go, okay, here's the 6 things that we need to fix
Oh,
to
wow.
maximize your value and chance of exit success. And really look at those things and go, okay, your value is X. We need to go to Y. Okay, how is that done? We have to grow sales so we can grow profitability, or we do operational improvements, and there's all operational things we have to deal with. And along the way, we're developing the systems and developing the trajectory and the long-term approach that will also then be attractive to the buyers, because
Oh,
buyers are
wow.
buying for future value. Owners are selling for current value. It's just two different things that we have to be considering. It's got to be worth the money today, so the seller can get the money they need out of their business or want out of their business. And then it's got to be worth it to a buyer to buy that business because they can see the opportunity going to produce them a higher value in the future.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are some definitely some interesting challenges that, as a business owner goes in and gets prepared for that. That I don't think people would truly realize the work that goes into that. Um, that kind of leads into, what would you give as kind of 3 tips that, a business owner that's looking to or go into that next season of life and everything, what would be 3 tips that would really help prepare a business owner? And in that, how would they best prepare, or what do they need to pay attention to if before having a company like yours come in and help them go to that next phase?
Well, number one, as you're operating the business, go talk with a good financial advisor. I mean, because that's the real thing that we're talking about here. Yes, we help business owners that are early in their career that are just building and exiting businesses, right? And they're going to do it multiple times. That's one thing. But the vast majority of the people selling businesses are actually nearing retirement age, right? And what we see so many times is that a business owner has read an article about a business across the country, down the street, could be a public business compared to their business, which is a private business. They got paid so much for their business. The revenue was X and they got Y for the business, right? Um, they'll see that and they'll go, wow, that's plenty to retire on. So first thing is figure out what you really need to retire on, because that's the first thing.
Okay.
So find a good financial advisor, and if that financial advisor looks at you, and they got to look at your lifestyle today, because business owners that are making just say $500,000, they often get used to living the $500,000 lifestyle. But when you sell that business, it's probably only going to be worth 3 to 5 times your annual cash you take out of the business. So your retirement has to be pretty significant if you're going to maintain that kind of lifestyle for the rest of your life. You really need to understand what that number is, because that first step, knowing what that number is, and then the second step is know what your business is worth today, because you then, it's a simple equation then of, I've got X amount of years left that I can work or will work in my business, and I have to bridge that gap. That's the
Okay.
simplest thing in our basics is what we do. We just, at the end, when we help them figure out that gap, we bridge the horsepower gap they're going to see in that and the skills gap to get them there faster.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, and again, thank you very much for taking part in this first episode of what hope to be many episodes to come. And I guess as we kind of close up for there, there's going to be a lot of questions people are going to have surrounding this topic. What is the best way that people can reach out to you and connect with you, um, and kind of start looking at taking those next steps?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's two ways really. Our website, you can take a look at it. It's www.exityourway.us. Simple as can be. Again, my email, Damon, Damon, at exityourway.us if you want to directly reach out to me. But also follow me on LinkedIn or connect with me on LinkedIn. Very active there. You can get to feel about who I am, what makes me tick. I always like to do that before I talk to clients because it's important. I believe is develop the relationships before we start doing business if we can, and because I think this is a long term thing for a business owner. If you're talking to us today and you need to exit next year, that's short term in my mind. And we don't have nearly as many options that as if we start talking 5 years ahead of your exit. I mean, there's a plethora of things we can do to make sure that you have what you want when you want to get out. So
Outstanding. Well, again, thank you very much, Damon, and thank you all for tuning in and watching this on the different platforms that you're watching it on. I'll make sure to, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link to Exit Your Way and to Damon's different profiles so you can connect directly with him. Um, I've had an opportunity to get to know Damon over quite a few years, and definitely worth just taking a couple minutes, reach out to him. He's has a wealth of information to help you not only take steps in your business, but in other areas of your business as well. Again, thank you all for watching and stay tuned for the follow on episodes. And yeah, thank you all very much.